Shalom. We are the Hebrew Israelites. We come out every weekend to prophesy the downfall of America, the whore that rides the beast, and also to prophesy of the uprise of the kingdom of Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushai. We want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushai. Ba'Hashem Rakah Kadash. Double honors to our elders and apostles who rule Great Millstone well, and shalom to all you Akim pushing this truth with sincerity throughout the whole earth. May you all endure until the end. Shalom. So like right now, if you're keeping up with the media, you know right now that they just said in Chicago there are UN soldiers, which is the United Nations. All right. And if you look it up, the United Nations and NATO are in agreement with one agreement. They call it peacekeeping, but actually what they're coming with is martial law. They're going to start to come into America and slaughter not only the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American Indian, but anyone that is in the way of what they want to get accomplished, done. You got the war crimes up? So, UN, if you look it up, they have charges against them for committing war crimes. But I want to just get the definition of what a war crime is, so you get a picture of what they're guilty of doing, or what they're being, what is it? Charged with. Come on. Go ahead, Doc.
This is out of Article 8 of the Geneva Convention, Section 2. It says, for the purpose of the statute, war crimes means, subsection A, grave breaches of the Geneva Conventions of the 12th of August 1949, namely, any of the following acts against persons or property protected under the provisions of the relevant Geneva Convention.
All right, go ahead.
Which include willful killing.
Willful killing, I mean they kill as they see fit.
Torture or inhuman treatment, including biological experiments.
Right, biological experiments. That's what they're going to bring when they come here.
They already have it here.
Yeah, but what I mean is when they set it into place, this martial law that's coming, they're going to be doing experiments on you. They're going to put you in a FEMA camp, and then they're going to rape you. They're going to starve you. They're going to beat you. It says that it's torture. Go ahead, Doc.
The third, willfully causing great suffering or serious injury to body or health.
Right. So that's why I say they might beat you, they might starve you, they're going to rape you, pull your fingernails off, psychological pain. They're going to do horrific things to you when these UN soldiers start to walk these streets. Go ahead, Doc.
Extensive destruction and appropriation of property not justified by military necessity and carried out unlawfully and wantonly.
Right. So pretty much they're going to just run chaos throughout these streets. Slaughtering, raping, murdering, destroying your homes. Go ahead, Doc.
Compelling a prisoner of war or other protected person to serve in the forces of a hostile power.
Right. And that's when this chip comes out. That's when they're going to bring this out. They say if you get down, you take this chip. If you don't get down, we're going to fuck you up. Go ahead, Doc.
Willfully depriving a prisoner of war or other protected person of the rights of fair and regular trial. Right,
so there ain't gonna be no trial, and that's already here in America. They arrest you, they don't have to give you a trial. They don't have to let you see nobody. They can put you in a cell like you fell off the face of the earth and nothing could be done about it right now as we speak.
Guantanamo Bay,
right.
Still active.
So once you get UN soldiers here marching through with authority to put everyone to death, they're gonna do as they please and see fit.
Oh, this will taste the cake.
Go ahead.
Unlawful deportation or transfer or unlawful confinement.
Right. What are they doing to the so-called Mexicans? Hey, no pictures, man. This ain't no zoo. May that picture curse you. Go ahead.
Taking of hostages.
Mm-hmm. They're going to put you in, make you hostages. And they're going to rape you. Especially you men. Go ahead. Is that it?
That's the gist of it. It gets more in depth, like literally it gets in depth of everything that it says.
So you pretty much get the
UN's
picture.
Guilty of already. But like you said, that's going to be coming to America. Because America's the virgin shores of Babylon, which haven't been touched.
Right.
But the UN's already guilty of all these crimes.
Right.
All Chicago did was say, hey, we see what you can do over there. We want you to put our people in check too. You bring over some of that rape, that you've been doing over in Afghanistan and Syria? Can you bring over some of that genocide? Because these gang members are getting out of control. We gave them too many guns.
And I think like that, especially of you rednecks that are in these militias also.
Oh, they love them.
You know? You're just seeing it like a nigga yourself, you know?
Because they tell you where they are. They're like, we're going to be camping out in this forest. You don't know our location. They have you geo-pinpoint. Based off the camera you used to record.
Oh, they got spies in those militias.
Come on now.
You know, there's actual feds in those militias.
When the UN drops their troops, we'll be ready. No, you're not. Because like the brother said, they got spies already ready to take you out.
The leader of those militias are set up by the government. You know, just like drug dealers in the neighborhoods are set up by the police. What do you think right here and right in front of the state capitol is? I guarantee you most of the drug sales right here in Denver.
Oh, you can bet.
Because the police are protecting this little spot.
And I'm glad you said that, because I noticed that. Like, why do you always see the same dudes hanging around? You know they're dealers.
Yep.
But you see the cops just rolling around, patrolling around the same area. They don't ever stop. They just patrol around. Because like you said, they're protecting their asset.
Right.
That's a part of their money scheme.
Because who's supplying the drugs? You know? Good. I can start with that. Second Ezra.
Second Ezra, chapter 15, verse 1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people.
So that's what we're doing out here. We're out here speaking into the ears of the Israelites. All right? Who are the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, but also there's confusion of face. That Israelites by blood, but they take on the way of the heathen. May look like a heathen.
Huh.
People, the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord Yahweh.
Right. So prophecy. Prophecy is to foretell you before it happens. And that's what we're doing. We've been telling you they're going to put a chip in your hand. We've been telling you they're gonna put you in FEMA camps. And now it's all coming to play. Now the UN soldiers are making their presence known. Trump, you know, like we always say, Yahweh Tazakai, he's that man to get the job done. Go ahead.
And cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true.
Right, because when you repent and come back to this truth, your name is written in the book of life. And you were chosen to repent before the earth was even formed. See? But when you repent, you gain life as an Israelite. Go ahead.
Fear not the imaginations against thee, let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee.
Right. And this is what they want to do. Pretty much what the brother just brought up through the UN war crimes that they're charged with themselves. They want to do all these things to you. They want to do all these things to you. Go ahead.
For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness.
Right? 2/3 of Israel is unfaithful. 2/3. And there's even unfaithful men in the camps. And that, just like there was a Judas. All right? And so these unfaithful men are going to be put to death. The whole nation of Israel, out of the whole nation, 2/3 of our people are going to be put to death. Because they are unfaithful. And faithfulness is that you remember the Most High. But that's what our people refuse to do. Because they rather call on this name. They rather call on this name. Right now. Because they consider today as Christmas Eve. You know, Christ Mass, meaning the death of the anointed. So they're actually celebrating the death of the elect. Go ahead.
Behold, saith the Lord Yahweh, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. Just
what we just explained, what's coming with these UN soldiers. Marshal law. And read that verse again.
Behold, saith the Lord Yahweh, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction.
Right, that's what's coming to America. One more time, huh?
Behold, saith the Lord Yahweh, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction.
And that's what's coming to America. death, destruction, the sword. Once them UN soldiers come out here marching, what do you think they're marching with? You think they're gonna just have sticks?
Famine.
Right. In Ferguson, they actually gave their police officers bayonets when they were standing the line against the people in that city. So they're ready. They're itching to get at these people.
Oh, they've been ready. Back in the city I came from, it's called the Antelope Valley in California. The police force was already getting old military gear. Like they're getting class 3 vests, which are military grade, getting new helicopters, and you're thinking, why do you need all this? It's not a big enough city for them to be needing that much weight. But it's because they're preparing to lock it down.
Yep.
In order to lock that, in the city of Lancaster alone is 200,000 people. In order to lock that many people down, you need a huge force. And if you don't have the people, then you have to have the power. Right.
Just here in Fort Carson in Colorado Springs, they got 40,000 tanks right there right now. So right now they got enough tanks to put on every intersection and control who's going and who's coming.
Well, yeah, hey, Christmas is tomorrow, right?
That's what I'm saying.
I drove by, it's a lot. I drove by to go to Home Depot to get some tools, right?
Yeah.
And guess what's on the way? The fucking Honey Baked Ham Co. Why is there a line wrapped around the building for people to get some Honey Baked Ham? And I just watched a brother put up a video where you pour some Coke on a piece of pork, and after a couple hours, worms come out.
Yep.
But no, we're gonna celebrate a pagan holiday. We're gonna eat something that we were told not to eat, but yet we're still Christian. You Christians are bugged the fuck out.
And that's why a lot of you are gonna be put to death right along with everybody else. You think just because you got your guns and your preparations, your food stock,
your Jesus,
you think that's gonna save you? You're out your ass, man, because nobody will be delivered. Why do you think they're gonna bring in UN soldiers? You don't think they know American soldiers ain't gonna want to go against American people, so-called?
Oh, they're banking on it.
Right. They're gonna bring in people from Africa, soldiers from China, soldiers from Russia.
And they're already here. Back when I used to live on a base, we used to have Belgian troops, Norwegian troops, Filipino troops, and I used to wonder, like, what are they doing on our base? And my dad used to tell me, oh, it's just it's an exchange program. That's literally what he would tell me. It's a base exchange program. But we never used to send anybody over to their bases. So why do they keep coming over here? And then they would stay longer and longer.
Because they're training you.
And they've been doing this for, they've been building up this scenario, like the brother said. They know some of the United States troops are gonna go against the UN. They're banking on it. They've been training for it.
They actually declared the vets as terrorists.
You know, like the movie Red.
Especially if you're a Christian.
Retired and extremely dangerous.
Right.
You've been labeled. If you're a veteran of the United States, and you've been given secret clearance or hired, you've been labeled as Red, which is retired and extremely dangerous, and you will be snuffed. Bank on it, and they know it.
Yep. Like those prisons right now. They're filling those prisons to the max, and all that air that's in there is pushed in. You don't know how easy it would be just to put some nerve gas in there real quick?
Oh yeah, just like the lithium they pump in the air, they pump that into the prison to keep them docile. But then when they want to riot, they'll switch it up and they'll change it to a high amphetamine dose. And everybody's amped up for no reason. They don't know why. But like I said, they're getting force-fed all these drugs to keep them down and then up and then up and down.
So they don't know what time it is.
They don't.
They're caught up in Christmas and, oh, it snowed here. It's just, it was dry.
It's a Christmas miracle.
Yeah.
It's finally snowed on
because we actually broke records this year without snow. We just barely got our first snow, really, right now. We had a little snowfall before, but it was nothing. At least now we got a little snow on the street, you know?
And this shit's so fucking fake. Like, you're telling me it doesn't snow all year. It's been drought and maybe a couple rains, and then out of nowhere, woof, inches. And
right on the Christmas Eve.
Yeah, and then it's gone.
Right.
And then they were saying, it looks like we're gonna get snow on Christmas Eve.
Right.
But
and everybody's
it's been a record drought all year.
They get all excited about it. The average Joe, you know, they get excited about this little bullshit. And they don't realize, you know, the invasion's already happening. They're too busy being merry, drinking, and partying.
Too busy playing in the snow, making a snowman.
Remember Rambo? How did Rambo come into the village? They were drinking and raping those women, remember? They were partying, and he crept through under the house.
And then he started slaying them.
He started slaying them.